Hi, second grade. Welcome to math class. Today your learning target is I can subtract 3-digit numbers from 3-digit numbers with regrouping and also without. We're going to practice it both ways so that we can be sure that you recognize when you need to regroup or bridge and when you don't need to. Our first equation is 463 subtract 118. When I look at this, to decide if we are going to have any regrouping or bridging, I'm going to see if I can actually do the math the way that it's set up. Could I do, if I'm looking at the hundreds place, 4 subtract 1? I could, so I'm fine there. Could I do 6 subtract 1? You could. If we look at the ones, can we do 3 subtract 8? We can't. So that tells me there's regrouping in this problem. Look at the next one I wrote, 748 subtract 233. Can I do 7 subtract 2 if I'm looking in the hundreds? I can. Can I do 4 subtract 3? I can. And can I do 8 subtract 3? Yes, I can. Since I can do the math just like that, there is no bridging or no regrouping. So we have regrouping or bridging and no regrouping or bridging here. Let's work on our regrouping problem. 463 subtract 118. I know the very first step is to position the total. The total is 463. Well, I know it's between 400 and 500, right? What is this middle number between 400 and 500? Say it, please. 450. Well, if I want to position 463, I can think of this as 460, 470, 480, 490. And that tells me 463 would be about right here. So I'll position it and then I'll cross it off. Now I'm going to decompose the number being subtracted. I'll decompose it by place value. The 1 in the hundreds, the value is 100. 110 is 10, and then I have 8. So now I'll jump back my 100. 463 subtract 100 equals what? If I'm just taking 100 away, it would be, say it, 363. So I know this is 350. This is 360, 70, 80, 90. I'll put 363 about right here. I've positioned it. I'll draw my jump and label it subtract 100. Now I need to subtract 10. I could, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm just going to jump back that 10. I'm not going to bridge to 10 quite yet because it's easy to subtract a multiple of 10. So I'm at 363. I want to jump back 10 or subtract 10. 363 subtract 10 equals what? Say it with me. 353. So I'll position 353 right here. I'm going to draw it a little lower just so my numbers don't overlap. And this would be subtract 10. Now I need to subtract the 8 ones. Well, if I'm at 353 and I'm subtracting 8 ones, this is where I can bridge to the next 10. If I'm at 353, what is the next 10 when I'm jumping back? Say it, 350. So I'm going to bridge from 353 to 350, which is that middle number. How much did I just subtract? What's the distance between 350 and 353? Say it, 3. So this is subtract 3. Okay, well now I know I've subtracted one part of 8, which is 3. What's the other part I have to subtract? 3 plus what equals 8? Say it, 5. So now I need to subtract 5 more. I'm at 350. I guess I should write it here. I'm at 350 and I need to subtract 5 more. Well, what's 350 subtract 5? You can say it, 345. So I'll position 345. It's getting a little tight here. Won't be quite as bad for you working with a pencil. And I'll draw my bridge from 350 to 345, and I need to label that subtract 5. Now I've subtracted 3 and 5, which is 8, and I'm at my difference of 345. So I'll position it here, or excuse me, I'll write the difference here, and then let's double check our work. We've positioned 463. Now we needed to jump back 118. Well, let's see. I know I have that big jump of 100. 5 plus 3 here is 8, plus 10 more is 18. 100 plus 18 is 118. I think we've done it correctly. All right, let's take a look at the other one. This time we'll use a blank number line, and we've already discovered that there's no regrouping or bridging in this problem. So there's my number line. My first step is to say it, position the total. So I'll position 748 at the end. Now I'm done with it. I need to subtract 233. So let's decompose 233 by place value. The value of 200s is, say it, 200. The value of 3 tens is, say it, 30. And 3 ones. All right, let's do our jumping back. 748 subtract 200 equals what? I just need to take 2 of these 700s away. 748 subtract 200 is, say it, 548. So I'll position 548. I'll draw my jump. I'll label it subtract 200. Done. Now I need to subtract 30. 548 subtract 30. If you want to take one big jump back of 30 and you're confident about it, you can go ahead and do that. Or you could break your jumps into 3 jumps of 10. That's what I'll do right now. 548 subtract 10 equals what? You can say it, 538. Sometimes I do it like this. If I know I'm going to be subtracting 3 or however many 10s, I'll just position all those 10s before I draw my jumps. I'll do it that way this time. 548 subtract 10 is 538. Subtract another 10 is, say it, 528. Subtract another 10 is 518. Now I've positioned all of my jumps back, and I'll draw my jumps. There's 1, subtract 10. There's another, subtract 10. And my third one, subtract 10. And now I'm done. Now I'm at 518. I just need to subtract the 3 ones. What is 518? Subtract 3. Say it, 515. So I'll position 515. I'll draw my jump. I'll label it subtract 3. And my difference is 515. All right, let's double check this work. I positioned the total, which is 748. I needed to subtract 233. Let's make sure that we did that. Here's the big jump of 200, and then there's 10, 20, 30, plus 3 more is 33. 200 plus 33 is the 233 that I needed to subtract. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have an assignment that looks very similar to what we just did in Google Classroom. Good luck with it, and I hope you have a good rest of the day.